that was the day I got to meet Tim Tebow. Um, Tim Tebow had been sick most of the week, and I took him some soup and went up to his room. His mama opened the door. He had the whole family there, and his mom opened the door. They were in one of the big suites we had there, and he's sitting on the couch, and he's got a towel over his head, and he's like got this big bowl of water that he's like breathing in. So I set the food down next to him, and I asked him if he was okay or whatever, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm all right." And he had ESPN on. He was watching the news, and he was like, "You busy?" And I'm like, "Well, not right now because everybody's across the street." But he's, "Well, sit down." I'm like, "Okay, sure." So I sit down, and he's like, "So you watch football?" I was like, "Yes, sir." And he goes, "Well, so you from here?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." And he's like, so which is it?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You know exactly what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Which is it?" And I said, "Oh, Roll Tide, Roll
Yeah.
Tide." And by the way, I haven't forgotten what you did to us when you decommitted and went to Florida. And he started laughing at that point. I could see him. He's trying to laugh, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah. No hard feelings though, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, we're good. We beat you, so we're good." Because we had just beaten them in the
Yeah.
SEC championship game. And so he's like, "Okay, so you hear what they're saying about me, in the media about not playing quarterback in the NFL?" And I said, "Yes, sir. I'm watching it." He's like, "Are you an NFL fan?" I said, "Oh yeah, big time." He's like, "Well, who's your NFL? You a Saints fan?" And I was like, "No, I'm actually a Philadelphia Eagles fan." He was like, "That's weird." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, it is, but we won't get into that or whatever." We
Yeah.
just kind of let that one go. But he gets into the, what do you think about them saying about me not being a quarterback? And I was like, "Well, I mean, I said, do you want to be a tight end?" And he's like, "I'm not a tight end. I'm a quarterback." And I was like, "Most importantly, Tim, it's not that you're not a quarterback, it's you're a leader. And as long as whatever team picks you knows that, then you'll be fine. Go in there with everything that you've taken with you and all the steps that you've been through already, and you'll be good." It was a very short conversation, but I felt like it was something I'm going to carry with me the rest of my life. Tim Tebow's great, great guy. The fact that he even asked me that, uh, and I'm a nobody, I just thought that was really cool. And it was a moment I got to spend a couple of minutes with Tim Tebow while everybody else was missing him across the street because he wasn't there because he was sick, and I got my Tebow moment, you know, and I'm grateful for that. Great guy, great moment that I'll cherish forever. Um, and he won a playoff game in Denver, and then they let him roll. So I'm a Tebow fan, always will be, always have been outside of his time at Florida. Uh, and did I laugh when he cried? Maybe, you know, maybe a little salty of the
That should
year
have been one of my
before.
top 5 moments.
I thought
Dang
about
it.
it too. I just didn't want to kill this moment, so I kept it out.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right. But anyway, that's my Tim Tebow story.